Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for October the 15th, 2022. Now, you will, of course, notice that front and center on your screen there is Big Thunder Mountain Minnie Mouse, the main attraction from 2020. And that can only mean that my prediction last week that this week we would be looking at Mickey Mouse, the main attraction, Big Thunder Mountain, has come true. Now, unlike some of the other, or indeed most of the other Mickey Mouse main attractions time, we did order the whole assortment, including the backpack. But, like some of the other parts of Mickey Mouse main attraction, not everything was actually ready to ship on release day. So we do not have any ears to look at. But we do have the key, the pin, the plush, and the backpack. So as you may be able to guess, if you've watched other videos in the Mickey Mouse the Main Attraction series, we're going to start small and go down there. So starting small means starting with the pin, and here it is. MMA Cont 9GB Thunder Lure Pin. 9 GB, so obviously 9 refers to being the 9th part of the series, because they did stop with, what, 7? 6 or 7, they stopped putting months on them because I'm assuming they had just given up on them coming out in the months they were supposed to be for. And this was not an exception to that. This came out at the beginning of October instead of in September, where it should have been. And given that we still don't have a release date for Haunted Mansion, and it is now halfway through the month, I am guessing it is pretty much dead cert that we are not going to have our Haunted Mansion Mickey Mouse in our hot little hands before Halloween, but that's okay. Haunted Mansion is relevant all year round. So as is their wont, they have put a sticker in front of the pin so we cannot see Mickey's Western attire. So let's pop him out of the package and see what he looks like. And here is our Mickey Mouse pin, all duded up in his kind of prospector-inspired outfit. And this is another one where this should be a pretty easy win on the plush. The plush, as you'll see in a few minutes here, is like completely wrapped in paper. So I really don't know what it looks like other than the pictures online. I haven't really seen it in person, despite the fact I have it sitting here to my right. So this is my first real look at the outfit, at least in person. And again, I didn't look at it until now because it had a sticker in front of it. But it looks pretty good. We got looks like some little frills going on the side there. We got not really cowboy boots, but kind of traditional Mickey shoes, kind of crossed with a cowboy boot a little bit. It is pin on pin, the hat being a separate layer from the rest of the pin. Nice little gold trim. We've got double pin back. We've got the words that, of course, we'll read off of the back of the key because it's just easier to read because they're a little bit bigger. But it's a nice pin. I feel like we've had a couple weak months in there. Of course, the last time we looked at the Mad Hatter one, which was from, what, February, March? But the Peter Pan and Tiki Room were both kind of weak showings. But I have faith that this one, look at this pin, I have faith we're going to get back on track. And now that said, the Peter Pan pin looked pretty good, and the plush was fairly disappointing. So, I mean, this pin might be getting my hopes up, but, you know, fingers crossed. And hey, we're going to find out in just a couple of minutes. Getting grander, we, of course, have the key. It is, of course, number 9 or 12. So is the pin. I don't think I said it, but it is, in case you haven't been following along and couldn't keep score without me telling you. And the pin, the key is not bad. I know the gears here are like reminiscent of like the mining, so you can angle it so you can see it, not just see a reflection of the camera. It's a little difficult because it's, of course, got the shiny plastic on the front. But it's got almost kind of a steampunk thing going on here with those gears. And, of course, it does say BTM, which is, of course, the Disney version of BTS, the Korean pop group. But we've got on here, I think the brown looks a little plasticky. I've commented before that some of these look a little plasticky despite being die-cast metal. The brown looks a little plasticky, but I think the gold color looks pretty metallic. It's maybe because it's a little bit shiny, and to be fair, it's just paint. So It could be plastic and still would look just as shiny. But we do have the train running across here, and I will show you when we look at the plush that train is, maybe I can show you right now. I can get her close. That train looks an awful lot like this one on Minnie's dress. You see? You see? Nope, you don't even see me. See there? So that's kind of cool. They've implemented. They've used an element that appears on Minnie Mouse as well on the key, which I think is something we haven't seen a whole lot of in the series. And of course, the Disney World 50th logo for the teeth, because that's what we've been doing all year long. Yep, it is the wildest ride in the wilderness, but let's see what they have to say about it on the back. I'm guessing probably we'll have the phrase wildest ride in the wilderness in it somewhere. Hang on to your ears. The Big Thunder Mountain Railroad attraction streaks through a deserted ghost town and long-lost mines from the Gold Rush era. The rip-roaring ride opened in the Magic Kingdom Park at Walt Disney World Resort in 1980 and has been taking guests on a high-speed, rickety adventure through the cursed caverns, chiseled canyons, and wistful waterfalls ever since. It did not have the phrase rip-roaring ride. That's a little different. Now, just for comparison, what did Minnie say? Did it say, hang on your ears, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, streaks deserted ghost town. Otherwise, yeah, it's about the same, other than, of course, it references that it opened at September 2nd, 1979 in Disneyland. So, yeah, same words again. Not terribly surprising there, but it's a nice key. Not the best one, but not one of the worst either. A nice middle of the road, straight down the center key. And I've commented in past videos in this series that I feel like there's only a certain amount of creativity points they're allowed to work with. You know, like setting up your character in Skyrim. So I feel like if we haven't wasted too many creativity points on the key, that means the plush is going to look that much better. So why delay any longer when we can go ahead and look at the backpack? Yep, here it is again. It is completely wrapped in paper, so I really haven't had a look at it. It's still sealed. We're going to open it together. And of course, yeah, this is technically my wife's. So yes, we're going to see it before she gets to, really. But that's kind of how this has been working. So, I mean, the ultimate goal is that she gets the backpack, right? And that's where we're going to end up at the end of this. So let me finish unwrapping it, and we will see the backpack. And here it is, the Mickey Mouse, the main attraction, BTM backpack. Now, my wife has commented on these that she feels like these are maybe not as overall fancy as the Minnie Mouse ones were. Like maybe they've gone a little cheaper, or just not as many embellishments and bells and whistles on them. But you know, I mean, honestly, I think it has to do with it being Mickey Mouse, not Minnie Mouse. Even though I can't recall having ever seen a male carrying a Loungefly bag. I'm sure there must be some that do. There's lots of things in the world I've never seen, so I'm not going to assume they don't exist. But I think it looks kind of nice being a little more simple. And also, I mean, this is only the second or third backpack I think we've purchased from the series. I know we got Pirates. I don't know if we got Tiki Room or any of the other ones. I would have to go back and look through the videos to see which ones we have. But I think this looks pretty nice. I like the denim. The ear here and the front pouch are done up in, if not actual denim, a very good facsimile. And then we have this kind of Western-inspired pattern on the main body. We have a big chunk of foam in there. And of course, it's patterned after Mickey's pants there, Mickey's ears up there. Really shiny pulls on this one, which means I'm probably leaving horrible, smudgy fingerprints on them. What does the lining inside look like? Can we see that? It looks an awful lot, let's get it so the camera can see it. Looks an awful lot like the outside, but in brown. Not bad. Nice, good feel to the material. The outside is, of course, the faux leather these bags are pretty much always made out of. Got some pouches on the side there. Adjustable straps on the back. It says Walt Disney World 50 back there. Not that anybody will see that if it's on your back. But is it a little simple? I mean, sure, but is that a bad thing? No, not necessarily. I think that's a nice backpack. Maybe not as nice as the pirate one. Pirate's the only one I can remember for sure that we got. But I feel like there's at least one other one. But then I could be wrong. My memory is not infallible. But yeah, it's a nice bag. Got the BTM logo there all around it. And of course a nice little pastiche of, not pastiche, a scene of the Old West that looks somewhat reminiscent to the pattern on Minnie's dress. So we've looked at the backpack, we looked at the pin, we looked at the key. That does mean it is in fact time for the plush. And excuse me, I said that, he was kind of hard to see in the bag. He is. I mean, even his face is wrapped up, which is unusual. They don't usually wrap the face, but like the whole costume's covered up, the face is covered up. So I guess I need to take him out of his body bag here and set him up so we can look at him. And here he is to represent the wildest ride in the wilderness, the plush for Mickey Mouse, the main attraction, Big Thunder Mountain. Number 9 of 12. And yes, I am pleased. I know that was important to all of you. Certainly important to Disney. That I am, me with, like no subscribers, I am pleased with the way this one looks. We've gone with kind of the pinkish skin like Minnie had. Maybe a little darker. That could just be the way the light's hitting in here. But it looks like it's a little bit of a shade darker, but that's kind of been the way it's been with a lot of these, where they've tried to match them and not quite made it. We have a faux denim skin thing going on, which is a pretty good match. Maybe a tiny bit lighter, but otherwise a good match. And those are, as were the bag had like really something that feels like real denim. This is just a denim look to it. It's not actually a denim material, but it does feel maybe a little softer. Also, the ears, I think, a little thinner. Like whatever's reinforcing the ear inside is not quite as sturdy as what's on Minnie. But maybe a little bit softer, but it's like a cloth. We've got the pie wedge eyes. We have a very nice, this is actually one of the nicer hats, a very nice prospector hat on him. I'm really pleased with the hat. It's one of the better hats in this series. It seems like a weird thing to be concerned about, right? But it is one of the better hats in the series. The shirt here depicts that same sort of desert scene. I'd say more cactuses or more cacti than Minnie had. And he doesn't have the train. That's kind of interesting. They put the train element on the key, but not actually on Mickey, although he has a very nice little neckerchief here. Does it match hers? Oddly, no. Oddly, hers is, I think, a little bit more reminiscent of the pattern on the backpack than his is. Can we... That's an interesting choice. I'm not disappointed. I just think it's an interesting choice that we seem to have more Minnie elements brought through to this one that aren't present on Mickey. So it's not a complaint. It's not a criticism. It's just an observation. I'm not displeased. I like the gloves. I love that we have, these kind of... He's got like work gloves on, like miner's work gloves. Again, with the Big Thunder Mountain logo on them. The shoes... I'm saying they did look better on the pin. These are a little plain, but I mean, they're serviceable. Those are perfectly serviceable shoes. And one thing especially like here, the pants do not look like pajama pants. He's got his little frills on the side that maybe not quite as well defined as the ones on the pin, but still nice. And we've got his suspenders. And he does have a blue denim tail. No, I think he is one of the better ones. He's definitely... I'm sure at the end of all of it, he's going to be in my top 6. Minnie was impressive as well, because she's actually one that has been on display for the last couple years. I feel like it's a pretty safe bet my wife's going to like him, and he will end up on display as well. Or he'll end up on display as long as she still makes the cut after we have to rearrange and see who survives this edition of 12 new plush because some things will have to go to make room for some Mickeys. But I quite like him. Of course, on the foot, right? Yep. Mickey Mouse, the main attraction, series 9 of 12. much like Minnie had Minnie Mouse Minute Attraction, Series 9 of 12. But of course, she had Sleeping Beauty Castle, and he has himself standing in front of Cinderella Castle. At least I assume it's Cinderella Castle. I mean, it's for the Disney World 50th, and which one's on the ear, right? The ear, yep, back of the ear. Walt Disney World 50. I like the hat. It could be adjusted a little bit, but like it doesn't feel like there's any real issues with it, like there have been on some other ones. I like the hat better than I like the Mad Hatter hat, just because I feel like the teacup thing wasn't totally successful on it. Nice, but not totally successful. I feel like I mean, if you wanted to criticize him, he is maybe a little simpler than some of the others. He doesn't really have like any sort of a jacket or anything. The buttons on his shirt are just printed on. The suspenders are just kind of stitched in place. They don't, they aren't movable like real suspenders. So I mean, I could see an argument for saying they've maybe cheaped out a little bit on detail, but the handkerchief is nice. I think it all looks good. I think on a shelf displayed, the fact that he's maybe a little simpler than some of the other efforts is okay because it works. It's not. I think it's more important that your end result here look good than necessarily be more intricate. And I think being simple has worked for him. I'm a little surprised that the train makes no appearance on him, but other than that, I mean, I feel like this was an easy target to hit, and I feel like they hit it, and it gives me hope, particularly for Haunted Mansion, because of course that is one that, to me, is the most important, that it look good. Haunted Mansion needs to look good, and hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks, hopefully before Thanksgiving, we will find out if it does. But that is going to wrap us up for this week. I hope you found this all interesting and entertaining. I should probably lower the camera a bit so you can actually, there we go. That's a better shot. You can see the whole backpack now. I hope you found it interesting and entertaining. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I am pleased with this one. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is this good? One thing I mention usually is, does Mickey bring Minnie up, or Minnie bring Mickey up, or they bring the other one down? I feel they're about even. I feel she definitely has a little more detail going with the dress and stuff. There's more going on with her, but I feel like Mickey, despite being maybe a little bit simpler than Minnie, I feel like Mickey works well. I think they look good together. I think they would look good on a shelf together. I'd say they're about even. She's more involved, but I'd say the overall effect is about even. They're both quite good. But let me know what you think. Which one do you think is better? Do you think Mickey is better than Minnie? Minnie's better than Mickey? Are they even? And would you put this Mickey as one of the better ones in the collection so far? I mean, we're 9 in. We only have, 3 more to go. So, final rankings should be cementing themselves. At least, who's in like your bottom 3, who's in your top 3 at the moment. I feel like it's not too likely to change because it's Haunted Mansion, and is it Jungle Cruise? And after that, and then of course the finale for December or whenever, we will have the grand finale fireworks, which that's one I could see going either way, because that one I wasn't super impressed with Minnie on that one. But yeah, let me know what you think. Where would you put Mickey? Towards the top, towards the bottom? I'm putting him towards the top. And once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.